So let me ask you this, man. What about regifting? Do you think it's acceptable during the holidays or it's crossing the line?
You said regifting?
Regifting, yeah.
Man, let me tell you something.
Yeah,
I can tell you
definitely.
a couple of I
Mm.
remember somebody gave somebody a gift and they kept it, and then the next year they was like, "This is what I received." And the person said, "Huh? Why she give you my
Oh, no,
gift?"
no. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Let's Add Value podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Ron Dunham, and you see my other co-host, Mr. Marcus Lennon. Marcus, how you doing, man?
Man, Imma steal one of your lines today. If I felt any better, it should be two of me.
I know that's right. Man, it'd be a twin. So, man, we gonna keep this. And we first of all, we want to thank all of our listeners for listening, being in tune with us the whole year. We want to make next year bigger, better, brighter. Man, we're having on some big guests. And thank you to the guests who've been with us this year and to our audience who've been with us this year. So we definitely want to make sure we bring them, man, we bring that fire next year. So we know everybody's in the holiday season right now. We want to give them something. So I want to ask you, man, some Christmas questions, some holiday questions. So being married for a while now,
Huh?
what do you get your significant other when you've been married so long?
Wow. You know what? That's a real good question. For me, I would just say I have to keep it creative. But one thing about my wife that I've learned the hard way is that she wants to be a kid. So I have to always buy something fun, something technology driven, because if not, she's gonna be sad, like a little sad little puppy, mad, and she's gonna be like, "I want to play too." And so I don't want no fire. I don't want no beef there. So
Right.
me, I'm a stick to what I know works.
Yeah.
But I definitely always step outside of the box. I always do this thing where I say, "I'm gonna get you what you want, but then I gotta give you a Marcus gift." You know what I'm saying? So it's gotta be something Marcus would give you, and what I call a Marcus gift is something that you wouldn't necessarily purchase yourself.
That's true. Okay.
So
That's a
that's a
good one.
Marcus gift. That's a Marcus gift.
That's good. Something simple, modest, but it's something from the heart.
Yeah, yeah.
I like it. I like it.
So
Yeah, I
that's
think can't go
extra.
wrong with trips either.
You know what? I ain't even mad. I ain't even mad at that. But you know, one of the things that we do is that we don't really go places for Christmas when the kids were younger, since because I grew up in a household where my mom and my dad made sure that Christmas was Christmas and you could be a kid. That's the one day in life that you could actually be a kid.
Yeah. Oh,
As
yeah.
as my kids were younger, my whole thing was we ain't going nowhere. Let them be kids, and I'm gonna
Mhm.
be a big kid too, right?
Right.
And so the thing now that they gotten older, I'm gonna take that into account. We're doing some trips now,
Yeah.
you
Now
know.
that they're older, that's good.
Let's create some experiences.
Absolutely. I think that's so true. The one thing we do, our tradition is we do my mother's place, we go Christmas Eve and exchange gifts, eat and do everything. And then go with my pops, we go Christmas Day, like 4 o'clock. So like you said, we're local. We're not going far, but we're still among family. So that's the time we get together. So those little things matter. But I think when it comes to significant other, yeah, I think, man, something modest, like you said, get what you need. So mine's a teacher. So I'm like, hey, what do you not? I'm not buying anything professional, but I know things that she can use, practical stuff that she can use is important. And then there's some other things that she like. And like you said, I'm gonna get a Ryan gift as well.
Mhm.
For something, I'm gonna get something you may need and then something you might want. So but I'm like, she's still in that Mercedes Benz. I'm like, I gotta hold on. No. I know the millennial moms be like a push present. But I'm like, no. My youngest 16. There's such thing as no push present when your child is half grown, got a mustache. That ain't right. So do you think spending is overrated? Like holiday spending is overrated?
Do I think holiday spending is overrated? Then I'm gonna give you the truth, and then I'm gonna say my part. I'm gonna give you the world truth, and I'm gonna give you market truth.
Gotcha.
The world truth is people they spend because this is a time for fun, enjoyment, and everything else. And so I've been hearing a lot lately just from chime-ins and from other people that spending is overrated. And this is
Mhm.
just heard from the community. And so I do agree, right? Now, Marcus part of it is that I do agree that spending is overrated, but my little ignorant self still do it, right? Man,
Yeah.
just because that's what I grew up on. My dad was real big on Christmas, and so this is the one day that I make it real big as well. But do
Mhm.
I think it's overrated? Yes. Now I do spend, but I don't go crazy anymore. Now I used to be, way overboard with stuff. So right now, and I keep it within the budget. So because the one thing that I've learned over the years is that, Christmas is one day, and after Christmas, you still got to live. So there
Hmm.
I don't do it all wild and crazy no more, but what I do is make sure that the environment is good. It's a safe environment, it's a fun environment, and so we create other activities along with presents. And that's why I always say, give me your list, or I just pay attention and then I figure those things out. But I'm not going crazy about spending thousands of dollars for Christmas
Yeah.
just
It's
for
it.
one particular day. And then if you buy that for kids now, they only play with it 10 minutes and then it disappears. I hate that part. Why am I spending all that money and then all the stuff disappeared 10 minutes? You crazy.
They playing with the box and not the toy you bought. So man. So question, man, little child question. Did you get a Nintendo for Christmas?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh man, you talking about Nintendo? I was on fire. Let me tell you, hey, I grew up with a bunch of dudes in the neighborhood, right? So we had more dudes than females in the neighborhood. So we did a lot of stuff, man. So when you talk about bike riding, basketball goals, remote control cars,
Yeah.
Nintendo's, we have Nintendo Switches. We had Nintendo. So we had the old school Tecmo Bowl where Bo Jackson beating up everybody running because
Forget
you
it.
had Jackson
Yeah,
in
yeah.
it. And the original Super Mario, he popping out the
Mhm.
little potholes and stuff
Yeah.
like right?
They
Uh,
had to blow in the cartridge back then. Yeah.
yeah, hey, we had to blow the air hot, but it's not right. Yeah, so I remember all of those things, man, because like
Yeah.
I lived around a bunch of dudes, man. And, some of them older, some of them I would say my age. Not too many that were younger, but the older kids just kind of grew us up, though. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I had
Yeah.
a whole bunch of big brothers, so I don't know what when people talk about, we don't have no fun, no time, and there's no mentors. My mentors were my bigger friends in the neighborhood. Them boys always kept me in line and also had me doing some shenanigans too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I had a bunch of cousins, man. So and we had ATVs, all kind of stuff. It's hard to ride them in the cold.
Yeah.
But we found a way. We put on that hat and scarf, man, and we did what we had to do. So to get outside was the main goal. Till you got that Nintendo or Sega and you
Oh yeah.
playing
Yeah.
Super Mario Brothers.
Hey, we were going out there. We used to get the dirt bikes with the pegs on it, man, and you
Yeah,
could
yeah,
ride your friend on the back, and we used to do
yeah,
tricks and stuff. I
yeah,
mean, we daredevils, man. We used to make a ramp, and we used to try to jump over ditches and stuff. We
yep,
were
yep.
crazy,
Same
Chris.
here.
You
Yep.
know, we were crazy until somebody fall in the ditch.
Right, 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 right. But man, you pop a wheelie, man, and you pedaling, man, and your shoestring got caught up in the pedal, man. You like, man, you had to fall with the bike. It's like, man,
Did you ever put like a can on the back of the bike, on the back of the tire so it make a sound?
yep, yep, yep. They have aluminum foil, made it look like it was beach cruise, little beach cruise. So yeah, we had the aluminum foil, everything, the little straws, and oh, here's one, Marcus. We used to get the little toys at the cereal box. Your mother used to always tell me, man, don't think of the cereal box and get the little Tony the Tiger had a little bike thing you could slide on it too. So we would always do that, man. It
Like
drove my
Cracker
mother
Jacks.
crazy.
Remember Cracker Jacks used to have the stickers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But that's crazy.
Hey, that used to be my dad, boy. He loved him some Cracker Jacks, boy. I
Yeah,
just be like, give
man.
me the
Yeah,
sticker.
yeah, yeah. Those little tattoos you used to get, man. Put in like, man, I can't see that thing, man.
Exactly, exactly.
So let me ask you this, man. What about regifting? Do you think it's acceptable during the holidays or it's crossing the line?
You said regifting?
Regifting, yeah.
Man, let me tell you something. I don't know what to say about it. I just know it's being done.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
could tell you a couple of stories right now. And I remember somebody gave somebody a gift and they kept it. And then the next year they was like, this is what I received. And the person said, huh? I gave her that. Why she give you my
No,
gift?
no.
Yeah. So I see it happening all the time, but I do believe for me, I don't mind a regift. And the reason why I don't mind a regift, if I'm not going to use it, give it to somebody who else is going to use it. What it's going to do, just sit in the shelf, I'm going to throw it away. If I
That's
know
it.
somebody who could benefit it, then I'm going to let them benefit it and then let them use it. You get what I'm
That's
saying?
yeah, man, that's crazy. For those of you who are out there doing the white elephant parties and stuff like that, put some thought into it. Quit regifting stuff and sending that something you don't want. You want to, know. I saw when somebody had like a 1,000 piece puzzle. Now, whoever like puzzles and accept that, that's great. But I'm not one of those people, so I'm trying to
Yeah.
find a way to get that one off here. But put some thought into the gift when you
Hey,
do it.
no, I agree with you on that because
Yeah,
You have those limits and stuff like that. I remember being at a white elephant party and you had the whole list that you say, max is
Mhm.
$25. And people buy some of the strangest and the dumbest stuff, right? And I said, I can understand if it's a gag gift or something of that nature.
Mhm.
I always say you got to remember who you around because some
Yeah.
people take that real serious.
Yeah.
I done
Yeah.
seen I done seen people have fights, based off of something simple. And they're like, how did you do that? Or why did you do that? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, that's great.
It's about no thought behind it. I just
Yeah,
say that.
yeah. Yeah,
Bad
get
taste.
something you would want somebody to give you,
Yeah,
put
bad
some thought in,
taste.
a little bit of thought. Go to Walmart, little clearance aisle, a toy section or something. Yeah. I don't
I
care if
always
you
tell
buy
people if
spoon.
you can't buy a gift, then just give a gift card.
That'll work too. I think that'll work. Yeah, hey, all major retailers, you can
Yeah,
get a gift card from. Right.
I'm not
So
mad at
so what about you when you talk about holiday traditions when they don't match? So let's say, your family may decide to do something, and another side of the family may decide, nah, that's not do it. When there's a conflict like that, how do you handle something like that?
you, man. Ooh, I think I've had that a couple of times in my marriage, in regards to how we move and what we do and all of those good things. And I think it's just really about just compromise and really just walk and talking it through. And I think for us that we just create experiences, but we also because when our kids were younger, it was about them and what would be more beneficial for them. And so well, I would say definitely more on my end that I have agreed to do more family outings and more things because I always I'm a stickler about kids. Kids only have a certain window that they can remain innocent. And I want them to remain innocent as possible. And I want them to have that kid experience as possible because I always go back to my childhood when my dad made it really, really special. Let me tell you, if we were broke, I didn't know we were broke. If that made sense, right? If we were broke, I didn't know we were broke because
Mhm,
he
right.
made it big. And it didn't matter what was going on. It wasn't until a little bit later that I realized that, you know what, he ain't have the money like we thought we had. You know what I'm saying? But he just made Christmas special. And so I just try to make it special. But I do compromise. But I know there's some times when some people practice different religious settings and cultures and stuff like that. So it's a little bit different. But I just never had that experience. So I would say just, from my standpoint, it was what's best for the family. Not necessary for the in-laws, not necessary for, the
Mhm.
other people, but do what's best for the immediate family. I just hadn't had to have much compromise in that area. So I can't really talk about that because our values kind of line the same. But I can imagine if I was dealing with somebody who had something culturally different, that might be a little bit challenging.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. So when
Paper scissors.
yeah, okay. Right. Right. When should you start buying Christmas presents or holiday presents? However, whatever people call Christmas presents.
Um, you know what? I just heard something recently. Somebody said they was like after they turn 18, it's a wrap. I said,
Mhm.
okay. At that point, after 18 is a wrap, and you should be now trying to create experiences.
Mhm. Yeah.
I don't necessarily have a limit on that because I have adult kids and I do still give them little gifts, but I get them that that I feel like it's important to them at the time. But I do like the idea of 18 and you create those experiences. So, and I also think if I want to add another one is I may stop when, you got your own family. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? When you
Yeah.
got your own family now, all I could, my thing is now I come in and I just spoil the little ones or the grandkids or something of that nature. For me, you got your own family. You don't need me for Christmas no more. I'm gone. Deuces.
That's right. Absolutely. You might get a family gift, some washing powder, laundry detergent, something.
What they call it? A self-care package.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I'm gonna
I,
get you some dish detergents,
yeah.
some tissue, you know what I'm saying? Some Lysol,
Yeah.
some air
Something you need.
freshener. Hey, if one thing your house gonna be clean and smelling good, you
Yeah.
might be
Right.
hey, how about this? Regift that.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So took care of you all them years. Now here you go. This is something practical, easy.
I got a question for you now.
Yeah,
How
man,
about
go ahead.
what is the worst Christmas gift you ever received?
Man, I think I'll probably say some firecrackers, man.
God dog.
This is I'm from like the firecracker capital of the South, man. So it's like it's like, man, so many firecracker stores right here. Is one year. I didn't want to even say who gave them to me, man. But it's like man, a pack because we shoot them big there 4th of July, New Year's. A lot of people go outside and either shoot fireworks or they shoot their guns. So we used to always shoot them. So it's like, man, you open the box, like, man, it's firecrackers. Like,
Uh,
man. So yeah, I would probably say that one was the worst. What about you?
Man, I was trying to think about it, because I knew I wanted to ask you that
Yeah,
question, right?
yeah.
But I was trying to think about it from my perspective, and I can't really think about it. But I could tell you what I did here recently, and I could tell you that, right, this guy was talking, and I was like, man, he was like, you know what? He told me and my wife in a bad place, and she getting on my nerve, and here it is coming up Christmas time again. He was like, and I'm having traumatic experiences, you know what I'm saying, in responses to Christmas coming up, and I was like, what are you talking about, dude? And he was like, yo, you know what I got for Christmas last year? And I was like, what? He said, I got a 20 pack of Snickers.
Are you serious,
He said he got
man?
a 20 pack of Snickers from Costco.
No, no,
He talking about as long as my
no,
arm, bro. He told me as long
no. I didn't know they even made something like that, man. That's
I
crazy,
got a 20 pack of Snickers, man.
man.
And you know what?
Is there behind it or something symbolizing something, or she just
No, he said they were just in a bad space, and that's what she did. He
man, that's
like, I went out for her, man. He said, I bought her outfits, a tumbler. He said, I made sure that the Christmas experience was good. And he said, she brought me some socks and a 20-piece pack of Snickers. And he said, and the
wow.
problem with that is, he said, I don't even, he said, and the fact of the matter is, the household ate most of the damn Snickers pack. I said,
Yeah.
oh, man. That's what he said it just like that. He said, they ate most of it. So he said, I didn't even get a chance to enjoy it.
They bought that for them. That wasn't for him.
Yeah, I said the same thing. I think, and I could share another one. I know somebody, they were talking trash about this one, and they said, the air freshener, the trees that
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
somebody bought them a 2-pack of air freshener for the tree, a 2-pack of air freshener to go in your car, and one of them black ice, and they said they had
No.
the allergy for a whole
No.
week.
Oh man, that's terrible. Man, you get that in high school when you get your first car. That's about it.
Yeah, said they had the whole bag
Man,
of trees. I said, "Yo," I said, "that was different."
mm-mm.
They
No,
was like, "You know what? I
that's crazy.
appreciate it, but that was
So,
just
so
one
I
of
guess
those."
I guess the two biggest ones. I think one question I would ask you is, how long should you leave your tree up?
Ooh, golly. You know me, man. How long should you leave your tree up? So since Christmas is on a Thursday now, by Monday that tree need to be gone.
Okay, so there you have it, folks. Monday. Now I know it works different in every household, but it has to be down by New Year's in our house.
Okay,
We don't.
I
Yeah,
say by Monday
after Thanksgiving.
because I look at it say if you eating Thanksgiving leftovers, you only have about 3 to 4 days.
Right.
That's that's a wrap for it. I don't really eat leftovers too much anyway, but my
Mhm.
whole thing is if I do eat leftovers, it's the next day and that's a wrap for me. I'm not going 3 or 4 days. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
How long is too long for relatives or anybody, family members or anybody, friends to come to your house during the holidays and stay?
3 days, bro. That's it. Yeah.
3 days?
I think Deion Sanders said it best. Like, the max should be 3 days. That's it.
3 days? 3 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Okay.
said the max should be 3 days. That way, man, you ain't burn up everybody's lights, water. Then by that time, you one of the original family members that lived there. But if you stay longer, now
Mhm.
some exceptions to the rule. You got your in-laws. I know sometimes where people have health issues and things like that. But yeah, I understand there are some exceptions to the rules. But for the most part, yeah, if you coming to visit, stay no longer than 3 days. That should be it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree because normally when I go to somebody's house, if I go to somebody's house to stay, it's usually a Thursday through Sunday. If I do anything,
Yeah,
because going, I just remember somebody saying to me a long time ago, it's like after 3 days, I miss my bed.
yeah,
And so I took that, and my mom used to always tell me all the time, never wear out your welcome. I say, I don't know what you
yeah,
about, mom, but I
yeah.
understand now. You can wear your welcome. My people be like, I wish they leave.
Yeah, and I believe in going where you celebrate it, not tolerate it. You don't get to the point where when people can't tolerate you, when they're ready for you to go and they don't never ask you to come back. You probably
Yeah.
stayed too long.
Yeah, and for me, the funny thing about me is, man, I love family gatherings and I like get-togethers, but I'm a terrible host. I'm a terrible host because I'm an introvert, extrovert, and even when people come to my house, I will leave them and go find me a quiet space and chill and hang out for a minute and then come back, and they'd be like, "Yo, where Mark went at? Where he's at?"
See,
I
I'm a
reached
game.
my tolerance.
Yeah, see, I'm a games person, so I'm a one engaging and hosting all the games and doing all that. I gotta find something for us to do, something to be engaged. So that's me. So we gotta eat, and then we're gonna go right into celebrating. Everybody be getting whatever game we gotta do, we're gonna do it. We gonna do it outside or we gonna do it in here. We're gonna make room for all that. So we did Thanksgiving last year. I was now every year that ain't gonna happen. So I'm like, and we ain't doing it all the time because people always ask, like, hey, we come. Nah, I got a quote on how many people come in this house. Yeah, after you reach that quota, that's it. Yeah, right. So that's it.
I always tell people, this is what I do. Y'all learning my secret today, and I'm gonna tell y'all my secret. So my secret is I'm an introvert extrovert. So I always invite one extrovert person and I tell them in advance, you're going to be the host.
It's
And
good.
they host for me in a sense, and they get to know people whether they know them or not. They know their responsibility is to host because I'm terrible at it. You know
Yeah,
what I'm terrible. I can go out and be a social butterfly and hang with the best of them, but inside my own home, I'm absolutely terrible. And I tell anybody that.
yeah, I'm the one doing it all. So I guess, man, our last question, man, one of the questions, a deep one here. When is it okay to tell the kids about, or not to tell them about Santa, or let them figure it out?
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, I told mine way younger. We celebrate Christmas or, we celebrate the idea of Christmas. I let them know, but I'm not letting nobody get that credit that I'm doing. They know
Right, right,
automatically who Santa Claus is.
right, right.
I am a chocolate Santa Claus. Don't worry about nothing
Yeah,
else. Chocolate Santa Claus is right here. You want to see what he looked like? That TV is wrong. He's right here. I
absolutely.
refuse to let anybody else get that credit. And it's not
Yeah,
about getting a fantasy or nothing like that. I always feel like it's realistic. I always believe in being realistic about those certain things and setting those expectations. No, I'm not giving nobody else the credit that they didn't put in the work for
I
because
agree.
at the time that was sweat hard. That was what they call hard sweat tears. You get what
Well,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
It fought for these Christmas presents.
Absolutely. Yeah, we started teaching our kids about Jesus still. We're like, man, Jesus paid it all. He gave us the fun. He gave us the ability to go to work to buy everything, gave us the ability to get the fun. So, because it became a question of, well, Jesus bought everything for us with Santa Claus. I'm like, okay, so now it's getting real. They're getting older where I don't
Mhm.
want to be confusing. So it's like, hey, no.
And now that you bring that up, let me recorrect my statement because you made accountability for me, which is God gave us the ability to pay for these presents. So it is him who's actually given us the ability to do so. And I do teach my kids that information, but I also let them know that God is the source and we're the resource. So he utilizes us, right? And so that way, as the blessings flow down, you guys are the recipients of what he's able to provide and he's able to do for us on whatever level that may be. So I do talk about that aspect of it. So I do let them know that, right? But I don't let the credit go to anybody else. So I absolutely love what you just said.
Yeah.
I was talking to one of my little mentees the other day, and so I said, "What did you ask your mom and dad for Christmas?" And he said, I ain't asking for nothing because Santa Claus gonna bring the stuff, right? And I said, okay, cool. He said, but I got a question. Talking about how Santa Claus don't never change. He don't never lose no hair.
Right. Right.
I said, it goes back to kids say the darndest things, but he's like
Yeah.
Santa
It's
Claus is the
funny.
same every year. He doesn't change. I told my
Every
son,
year.
hey, I said it might be something in the hot cocoa that the people be making. I don't know.
Yeah. Right.
I wasn't spoiled what the parents had going on. I just know for me and my house. So I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not killing nobody's dreams. You get what I'm
Nah,
saying?
yeah, yeah, absolutely. I said, yeah, don't mess about the story. But mine got to old enough to where we like, okay, we got to tell them. Like I said, we go to work hard all day, and like I said, giving somebody else the credit for what you've done and what the Lord has blessed you with. That's
Yeah.
that's what we had to explain to them.
That's the reason. So
That's the
that's why
reason
we
for the
did.
season.
But I could tell you one of the things that we do before we do anything in the morning, we open up with prayer. We open
Hmm.
up with prayer and we read our scriptures. We pray, we read our scripture, and then we open gifts. You get what I'm saying? Because we start with him first. That is something that we absolutely believe in, and that's what we continue to do. Because we just gotta understand where the blessings really come from and what's the real reason for the season. Because it's not about the gift, because he was the ultimate gift. Well, I will say that. And I'm not trying to get religious with you guys and all that other stuff, but when Ron brought it up, I was held accountable. And so I
Yeah,
had, I had to make sure that the right focus is in place.
yep, that's it. So, man, one of the things we want to do, man, is thank our audience, man. Thank y'all for being with us this year as we close out this year. So we want to thank you for a great 2025. And we're going to welcome into 2026 with some great topics, some great people. And man, we want you to come back. Feel free to like, subscribe, and share the Let's Add Value podcast. Marcus, man, love you like a brother, man. You're a brother, man.
You as well, man.
Positive brother, man. No other person I want to do this with, and maybe you and probably Steve Harvey or somebody like that. But
Hey, I appreciate you as well.
man.
The wisdom and accountability that you always bring, and always keeping the level head. If you guys don't know Ron has these one-liners, man. These one-liners that you just got to keep in your memory back and say, check box.
Yeah.
It has been like
Yeah.
check box, because you got to keep them and keep them going. I tried to write them all down, y'all. So one of these things, I'm gonna write them all down, and on the podcast, I'm gonna just read them off to you guys so you guys can see.
That's it.
They're great gems, and they're great gems that kind of kickstart your career, kickstart your day, kickstart your week. And so we may have to even turn some of these podcasts to different things. Like a week kickoff, man. At 26, we might have to start the kickoff week or something. We'll come up with something fun. Just want to say on my end, man, I really appreciate you guys' support, and you guys just kind of rocking with us as we kind of navigate this social media world, this podcast world. We have some great topics, some great presenters on, and we want to thank all of them. But most importantly, we want to thank our audience and our viewers. Ending this year, going into next year, you guys, let's become a little bit more active, because you're going to see us a lot more. So you're going to be sick of us.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. You'll see that alert. Ding. They doing something else. Ding. So yeah, we're doing it. And here's a one-liner for you. Don't buy what you want and beg for what you need.
Say that again.
Don't buy all the things you want and have to beg for what you need. So what we say in the financial world is people buy what they want and beg for what they need. Please don't spend your light bill money or bill Black Friday for real.
Yeah. And I'm gonna leave you with what I heard recently, and I can't take the credit for this. This guy told me this, right? He said, we love, or no, he said, we hate our beautiful truths, but we love our beautiful lives.
It's good.
We hate our ugly truths, but we love our lies. That's what he said. We hate, but we love our beautiful lies. Man, when I'm telling you that, it hit me so hard.
Man, that's words of wisdom going into 2026. So, man, that is good. So I don't know. I don't have one line to stay in the mix for 2026. You gonna be with Russell Sticks in 2026. So I have something by the time we meet again, man. But this has been good, man. So y'all, please like, subscribe, share this podcast. And I speak for myself, the Dunham family, Marcus and his family. We love y'all. We look forward to seeing y'all in the up and coming episodes. Y'all take care.
All right, y'all.